Today, we've got open world models moving on to single workstations, a $200 million push to bring frontier AI into health and education, and a national experiment where ChatGPT Plus becomes free only after citizens complete an AI literacy course. We also have Microsoft showing what AI agents can do in security when they are organized like a real red team, and Google trying to make the mouse pointer itself AI native. This is AI Now. AI Now is your weekly briefing on what matters in artificial intelligence. No hype, no FOMO, just the signal. So let's get into it. Story 1. NVIDIA has open-sourced Sana WM, a 2.6 billion parameter world model that can generate 60-second, 720p camera-controlled video on a single RTX 5090. According to MarkTech Post, the system generates that minute-scale clip in 34 seconds. That is the headline because world models are not just video generators. They are systems that learn how an environment changes over time, which makes them important for robotics, autonomous driving, simulation, and game worlds. The key technical point is accessibility. Previous state-of-the-art systems often needed multi-GPU clusters, and many could not handle minute-scale output without memory problems. Sana WM uses a hybrid backbone involving gated DeltaNet and softmax attention, plus a second-stage refiner initialized from 17B LTX2 to reduce visual drift over longer clips. The training details matter too. The brief says Sana WM was trained in about 18.5 days on 64 H100s using 212,975 public video clips. So, training this model was still a serious compute project, but running it is now closer to workstation territory, and that changes who can experiment. Why it matters. Robotics researchers can iterate faster when they can simulate plausible futures locally instead of booking cluster time. The tension is that the code license is Apache 2.0, while weights and dataset usage may still carry restrictions. So this is open, but not frictionless. What to watch next is whether Sana WM gets picked up in robotics workflows, whether it connects into NVIDIA Isaac simulation, and whether camera control becomes precise enough for serious autonomous driving research. Story 2. The Gates Foundation and Anthropic announced a $200 million, four-year partnership aimed at deploying AI tools in global health, education, and agriculture. The source here is the Gates Foundation's official announcement, which says the commitment includes grant funding, API credits, and technical support. This is a direct response to the AI divide, the risk that frontier AI mostly benefits wealthy countries, English-speaking users, and organizations that can afford expensive access. The partnership is focused on low- and middle-income countries, with early work around childhood vaccines, cervical cancer and preeclampsia prevention, teaching tools, and farmer decision support systems. Why it matters. Health, education, and agriculture are high-leverage domains, but only if the tools actually reach local organizations and work in local contexts. API credits are useful, but they do not automatically solve data quality, language coverage, trust, deployment, or maintenance. What to watch next is the project list, which tools ship, how outcomes are measured, and whether this philanthropic access model becomes a template for other AI labs. Story 3. Malta is becoming the first country to offer free ChatGPT Plus to all citizens and residents, with one condition: they have to complete an AI literacy course first. According to TNW, the program is called AI for All, launched in May 2026, and is managed by the Malta Digital Innovation Authority. The scale is small by global standards. Malta has about 540,000 citizens and residents. But the design is important. ChatGPT Plus normally costs $20 a month, and this deal makes access a public program rather than a consumer subscription. The literacy course, designed with the University of Malta, is supposed to cover not just how to prompt, but limitations, bias, and when not to trust an AI output. Why it matters. This could become a government adoption playbook. Instead of waiting for people to discover AI apps one by one, A state can pair access with education and push the whole population toward baseline competency. The unknowns are real. Financial terms were not disclosed, completion rates may vary, and Malta is a microstate, so scaling this to larger countries is unproven.
Watch for the first copycat deal and for whether course completion becomes the standard gate for national AI access. Story 4. Microsoft unveiled MDASH, the multi-model agentic scanning harness. And this one is less about a single model being smart and more about the system built around it. According to the Microsoft security blog, MDASH uses more than 100 specialized AI agents across frontier and distilled models to discover, debate, and prove exploitable bugs. The agent roles matter. Auditors look for candidate vulnerabilities. Debaters argue whether the issue is real. Provers attempt to construct exploit evidence. That resembles how human security teams work. One person finds a suspicious pattern, another challenges it, and another tries to prove exploitability. The reported results are strong. Microsoft says MDASH achieved 88.45% on the CyberGym benchmark, about 5 points ahead of the next entry at 83.1%. It also found 16 CVEs in the Windows networking stack, including 4 critical remote code execution flaws in Windows TCP/IP and IKv2. The deeper point is that single-pass model analysis can miss bugs that are distributed across files or execution paths. The brief calls out a kernel race condition spread across 3 independent free paths. That is exactly the kind of issue where orchestration matters. A model can be good, but the harness can make it much better by forcing debate, validation, and proof. Why it matters. AI vulnerability discovery is moving from demo territory into production defense. Microsoft says MDASH reached 96 to 100% recall on historical MSRC cases, which suggests the system is not just finding toy examples. The concern is symmetry. Defensive teams can use AI agents to find bugs faster, but offensive teams will also build agentic tooling. What to watch next is whether multi-agent security pipelines become standard inside large software companies, and how quickly attackers adopt similar methods. Story 5. Google DeepMind wants to reimagine the mouse pointer for the AI era. In its official blog post, DeepMind says an AI-enabled pointer is now available in Chrome, with a magic pointer feature coming to Google Book laptops. The idea is simple but meaningful. Current AI tools make users translate intent into precise language. But on computers, humans often communicate by pointing. This paragraph, that chart, move this thing over there. DeepMind's 4 design principles are to maintain flow, use show and tell, embrace vague references like this and that, and turn pixels into entities. That means the pointer becomes a bridge between spatial context and semantic understanding. Instead of leaving the app, copying text, and writing a careful prompt, the user can point at something and ask for help in place. Google is pairing that with Google Book, its AI-first laptop category, built on an Android and Chrome OS hybrid foundation. Why it matters. This is a user interface story, not just a feature story. If it works, AI becomes less dependent on prompt writing skill and more available through normal computer behavior. The open question is whether it feels reliable enough for daily work. Watch the Google Book fall launch, early Magic Pointer reviews, and whether Microsoft or Apple respond with similar pointer-level AI controls. Quick recap. NVIDIA is making world model experimentation more accessible. Gates and Anthropic are testing a major AI equity partnership. Malta is tying national ChatGPT access to AI literacy. Microsoft is showing that agent teams can find real security bugs, and Google is trying to make AI interactions start with the pointer, not the prompt. Next episode. Google Book ships. Anthropic's potential $950 billion valuation round closes, and we track whether Malta's AI literacy experiment becomes a template for the rest of the world. If this episode made you smarter about AI in 9 minutes,
share it with one friend who needs to understand what's changing, and subscribe for the next AI Now briefing.